Well, don't for them. My day is packed today. Goodness. As it often is. It's a fun time. Welcome, Jake. Deadly. Well, nice to see you. I'm gonna give a few minutes for people to file into the stream. Say hello, let me know you're about. Hey, Skylar. I'm doing quite well. Listen, I run D&D games for a living. It's not a lot of money, but it is a very fun way to live. Take a lot of pride in it. Hello! Did it sound ominous when I said your name, Jake? I've been having some stream issues, is the other thing I want to warn people about today. I've been having some stream issues this week, which I'm going to look to get resolved. Worst case, I'll run another questions with the GM. But yeah, even now, my connection is not amazing. Hello, Nex, Axo, Xylox, Sindru. How are my frames looking? We're losing 26%, oh dear. Yeah, people might have noticed this last time I did this. I had some troubles. I've had troubles ever since that day, specifically. But I'm gonna shake Brandon around, shake a couple other people around, and we'll go see with our provider what the heck is up. Hello, everyone. And ever since that day... Is my voice being a bit weird? Oh dear. I'll try to hold the stream for like 15 minutes after I say I'm going to end it. That way the VOD has everything. I sound fine to you? That's good. We might drop a bunch of frames today. I apologize, which means you might end up behind me. I hope it doesn't go too poorly. In either case, I'll have things fixed before the season starts, and if need be, I'll run another one of these. Here we are. Keep Spotify open. Welcome. Draco. Lizzie, Atlas, Cat, and I suppose we'll get started. Where's the Just Me screen? There I am. Hello! How are you all today? Today, I really want to talk about the upcoming season. We're just a few weeks away. It is a tentative start date, just in case, because the pace of this season requires that everything, pretty much everything, is done before we begin. Here, let me... but we're currently looking at the next week for the soft start. Any of you who haven't been in a season before might know that I like to set the stage, which means I like to have ideas planted out on the server and in your guys' heads before we get started. Um, you'll find that for this season, especially with the pace we're going, it's gonna feel like you're not sure what's going on, and then suddenly you're going to be able to latch on to one of the little guys and figure a lot out very quickly. But the first couple weeks especially will be very chill, I think is the best way of putting it. Very chill. Being stiff. Don't say that. That's the point. I sound different than on your phone? I also have a little bit of the low voice today. I have a bit of announcer voice going on, which is all me. I'll have Mitch in soon to help set up my mic again and will make me sound even better, but you know. In any case, season 4, Greater Than Greed. We are very close to beginning. It's going to be a very fast-paced season. Our tentative timeline right now, we're looking at just about 2 months for this season. We're using a lot of the things we learned prior. You've probably heard me say this before. A lot of the things we learned prior, there's going to be a lot of chances for little groups to form around our NPCs. We'll often be on at slightly different times as well, in between events and around events. There'll be about a week where the first group arrives, and you'll get to meet and chat with them. And then the next week, we will have one big event where some of you who are already working with Do will be involved quite shortly, I'm sure. We'll be sending out a letter within the week to help you get involved in some party planning. In any case, as you're kind of looking to navigate this season, I highly suggest everyone that you pick 1 or 2 of the little guys, you know, as many as you want at the end of the day, but 1 or 2 of the little guys to go and follow along. We're all playing very regular people that you'll be able to interact with this season, in some contrast to the prior season. And each will be able to form a little group of 8 or 10 people, which means we will have quite a large capacity for people getting directly involved in the season. Things will move fast. We will have 3, 4, sometimes even 5 seasonal events a week. You do not need to go to all of them to understand what is going on. The hope is that people will get slightly different views of things based on which characters they follow. And hopefully they're following ones they agree with, too. All our characters will be likable in slightly different ways, and they'll have their negative traits too, and their own wants that they want to fulfill in their short time in Kara. And you all, because this is really the crux of it, you all will be able to join us for the building of that story. Because while we plan the overarching plot, it gets changed a lot by you guys. And all your personal stories are the things we hope to inspire. Oh, let me check my notes. Did I get everything? Yeah. I think I hit everything there. Lots of little trinkets will be showing up, different unique items and possible other items, but most importantly, the chance to roleplay actively in the ongoing season. Presented in any given season at any given time, there's usually been about 10 to 30 people that have been able to get really super involved. This season will likely be closer to 60, 70 maybe even, 80 maybe even, we'll see. But in either case, we'll get there. Yeah, apologies, friends. There's been some issues. But don't worry. I'll keep it going for the whole time. You'll get to me eventually. As you're getting caught up, I'll flick through the chat here and see what people are saying back in time. I think we have Cat hopping around. Here just to bully me today. Do we have anyone down in the area? Looks like Kale and Augustine. At least to be about it. I've managed to hide away. No, my friends, it'll be mine, like I talked about at the start. An issue I'm looking to have corrected before the season starts. Ideally, before next week starts. Thank God, people talking about connection issues. Exactly, Nex. You get to communicate with everyone, try to make new friends, try to piece things together. Listen, I understand so much, Minako, sorry. I stream every week, and I've had issues for a week now. So I have to go talk to my provider. Something's funky. I'm paying a lot of money for this service. But yeah, I'm open to any questions people might have. It might take a moment for you to get to me and then me to get to you. But ask away and await my answer. A warlock has entered the chat. Summer Warlock. What's this guy doing here? I am, of course, currently on as Morgantha. Can I say it all again? Okay, I can say it all again. So, various members of the team will be playing a bunch of little characters, some of which will show up soon, the next 2 weeks. Some of which will show up slightly later, after a very specific event to kick the season off, which various players will be involved in helping set up, actually. Don't worry, we'll have the most of it handled. It's going to be very fast-paced, with a tentative runtime of about 2 months, where we will all be playing very normal characters, like people you can get to know. You can try and help them out with their situation, you can become friends with them, enemies, you can do whatever you wish to do. But they'll all have their own wants, which will tie into our conflict. And you'll be able to learn about that wider conflict through them and get involved yourself, I'm sure. It won't be terribly obvious at first. We should have a relatively calm couple weeks to start. And then we'll start to kick things up slowly. You probably won't have time to get involved in everything. We'll have 3 or 4 or 5 seasonal events a week. You'll probably pick 1 or 2 little guys and help follow them around and learn about them and get involved with their groups. We'll be online a fair bit outside our events, trying to provide the opportunity to learn and to kind of build little communities within the community to help facilitate the sort of wider themes of the season. As per usual in the season, of course, you'll be able to meet us whenever we're around, often before or after official events. After that, hopefully you'll be able to connect in with a few of these characters and get involved yourself. We facilitate that overarching story, and hopefully you'll find your own little story you can help build in it. That's that kind of magic of role-playing, really. It's going to be fast-paced. It's going to be lower stress, certainly. Very personal, I think, is what this season will be. Hopefully the words for the season help kind of express that idea to all of you. Greater than greed, right? Greed is a very human thing. Maybe just a very living thing. Whereas prior we were talking about magics to shift the world or whatnot, this time we'll be talking about how people connect, and especially about what matters. All of that won't be very obvious at the start, and you'll have a lot of time to get involved and just role play, just experience. I'm getting pushed around. Get experience the kind of ongoing season. Welcome, Bubble. Are there going to be new buildings in Stone Bay? New buildings? Probably not. The season won't be facilitating the change of the main area quite that way, no. However, there will be new opportunities in Stone Bay, and there will also be the possible seeking use of a building within Stone Bay. Hopefully that makes sense without revealing anything. You think they're building a school? Yes, there is a school being built there, which will probably get to interact with the season. Yeah, that's totally fair. You can rewatch the VOD, Juno. I apologize for my poor connection this week. But don't worry, I'll make sure. I'll try my best to make sure that it's fixed for the season. And I'll run one or more of these right before we start. In about 2 weeks. Exactly. If you want to be involved, all you have to do is interact. Just stare down, cat. Exactly. Thanks for resending out that information. Both, there was a couple of people who did it. You don't have to worry about Nex turning up and being an evil enchantress. No, not this season. I think I've harped enough on the types of magic and whatnot, and trying to get people to think about what they think is right and wrong as far as any of that goes. Now, this season, it will be much more real, personal, physical. At least some of it will be. And certainly there will be our fair share of magic and dungeons and exploration and perhaps some thievery and tomfoolery as well. And the opposite side of those things. What is my favorite type of cheese? What is my favorite type of cheese? It's probably Camembert. Because, I see we've just gotten to the point where I was Morgantha, showing off Morgantha. Camembert is, just a very nice soft cheese, that's all. Unfortunately, I am allergic to some kind of protein in milk, and so all cheeses, soft or hard, also make me very ill. But I love them. Very ill is strong wording. Very slightly ill. That's my auntie. No, mine. Goofuses. Will there be a big bad that we will notice, or will it be a gradual thing? I won't answer that directly. This season, to say there's one big bad is not correct. In fact, to say that our characters, even at the start, are villains, you could argue either way. Certainly, you could easily argue that they're antagonists, but you could also argue that they are not. Villains, though, hard to say. Either case, there will be a villain. We'll get there. You'll know. The runtime is still planned as a fast season bubble. It's like everyone's getting through my little recap there. I'll await people's questions. I really like my little sun and moon rising in the background, the balloon and whatnot. Wait, what's going on down there? Alacia. That is what I meant. Here. Is indeed. The season is planned to last 2 months. Or thereabout. It'll be a short one. But I think by making it shorter like this, it'll allow more people to get the full experience. If that's more beneficial or not, I don't know. Well, what if you want to, anyways? Oh, goodness. Goofuses. I am gonna keep this one short today, but I am gonna let the VOD run a fair bit longer. I'll wait till I start getting in questions, then I'll probably head to an ending screen. I can probably head to an ending screen pretty quick here. And then I'll leave it up for a little while so that the VOD has everything. I realized last time I had issues, which was just a week and a bit back, that the VOD cuts off early. Government mandated 5 valence events a week. No, no, no. You come to as many as you want to. You should be able to get the experience, even if you only experience one of the characters' event lines. And a couple of keystone events. There's like 2 major keystone events and maybe one more if you count the just a party. Definitely nothing more to that. We've been preparing a lot in advance, so don't worry, we'll be ready. It'll be a lot of fun, and we'll be very tired by the end of it. And hopefully, you'll all have an excellent time. That's the main goal, right? Top goal is make sure everyone has fun. Secondary goal is like present a cool message so that people can learn something. Third goal is like make sure that everyone has some kind of way to interact and change the world through the season. Wonder who those poor schmucks are. Alright. Let's run over to an ending screen. I'll still take questions for a little while if people want. Wait till people catch up. And I'll do another one of these right before. I can't wait to see what you come up with, Bubble. You were very good with catching a lot of my little tiny bits and pieces, my crumbs I left during Season 3, where we necessitated a semi-secret villain. Will silver in the economy have a large role in the season? Silver in the economy will have a role. Certainly the economy will be changed slightly, though not fundamentally, just new things will be added. And let's just say there's a lot of world outside Kara. Kara resides in a corner of my world, Ulvunter. We're having some of the outside come in. Did you know they trade in gold coins outside Kara? Minted by the determiners of the 8 winds? There's always some renovations going on in the city, my friends. What are people doing in front of me here? What are they building? Okay, well, we gotta show that off. About to sue the NPCs. Why are you gonna sue the NPCs? What for? What have they done wrong? The sun is setting, that's how far behind the stream is. Oh, damn. Well, my friends, I'm sitting here and letting it run for an extra 5-10 minutes. Sure everything catches up. And I'll do this again, ideally, with a better connection. Definitely with a better connection. You know, I bet I could go check my own stream to see exactly when. Let's do that. Oh man, you guys are... Whew. Ages back. That's alright. It's giving late S2. You know, it kind of is. Late S2 with a lot more people to interact and a lot less power. There should be less question of temporal power, I suppose. Like, none of our characters are going to be able to cast an 8th or 9th level spell kind of thing. Some of them might be well renowned. They're coming to Kara. All right. Thank you all very much for coming. One last time I'll say, I'll do this again when I have a better connection. I'm gonna let the stream catch up and then close out the stream so the VOD has everything.